So we have all heard of tornadoes, but today we'll be talking about how a tornado is predicted, formed, and the aftermath of a tornado. So how is a tornado predicted? Tornadoes are relatively unpredictable. Anytime there's a severe storm, it has the potential to spawn a tornado, but the problem is that the conditions occur so suddenly that accurately predicting a tornado more than a few minutes ahead of time is extremely difficult. When there's a severe thunderstorm on the radar, meteorologists must pay attention to the Hooke echo on the radar, indicating a sharp divergence in wind direction over a small area. It is one of the biggest warning signs of an impending tornado. According to the National Weather Service, tornado warnings will not be issued unless there is a funnel seen or there is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Once a tornado warning is issued, you will hear tornado sirens, and the average amount of time between a tornado warning and the arrival of a storm is about 13 minutes. So how is a tornado formed? Did you know that tornadoes can reach speeds up to 300 miles an hour? According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, a tornado is a violently rotating column of air that extends between the Earth's surface and a cloud, usually a cumulus cloud. Tornadoes are formed from a rotating storm called a supercell. The supercell turns high in the air, and in about 30% of cases, it leads to the formation of a tornado below it. This happens when air descending from the supercell causes rotation near the ground. Even then, it is still not known why some thunderstorms create tornadoes while others don't. We also don't accurately know how tornadoes die, but it is believed that air gets too cold and chokes the inflow of new air coming into the storm. So what happens after a tornado is done? Many families are left without a home. According to Texas Almanac, an average of 132 tornadoes touch Texas soil each year and kill an average of 60 people in the U.S. every year. After the tornado, there will be debris everywhere and power lines down. There will also be injuries and people who need help. After a storm passes, violent events like tornadoes can sometimes cause emotional and psychological trauma. Children especially may fear that the storm will come back, or that it is because punishment for misdeeds. In conclusion, we have learned about how a tornado is predicted, formed, and the aftermath of a tornado. It is always important to have a battery-powered radio in case you lose electricity, and to always be prepared as much as you can by having a safe room and keeping all of your important documents in a fireproof safe. Here we have the widest tornado that was ever recorded in El Reno, Oklahoma on May 31st, 2013. It's an EF5. Here we see how meteorologists predict high-risk areas versus low-risk areas. Here we have a presentation of how a tornado is formed. And this is the aftermath of a tornado in Joplin, Missouri on May 22nd, 2011.